Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, April 6th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who listen every week, thank you for your support, for your positive energy, for your suggestion of topics. Keep them coming. I appreciate them so very much. For those of you new, welcome. Please be sure to check out my website, lisahopp.com. It's all about my work, my services, and if you have a question about my services, also please feel free to email me at sarandyharbor@verizon.net. And I'm also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. For those of you listening on YouTube and other platforms, thank you. I'm also on Facebook under business page Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. I welcome all listeners, everyone there, especially with positive energy and feedback, joining together. Just appreciate everyone and thank you today again for listening. So today's topic, there's only one, but I can digress. The topic today is being a magnet to all abundance. And that all is all capped. So a lot of what I speak about is inspired by what crosses my path. And this week, what crossed my path, and actually over the last couple of weeks, has been a lesson about abundance. The third week in March, I went away for a mini spring break. It wasn't even a full 3 days, but it was jam-packed. It was fun. It was necessary. I'm very grateful for it. I came back into town and I'm 2 weeks behind. I did not have the abundance I wanted in time, and it boggled my mind. How could I possibly have just left, given myself a break of 3 days, but now be 2 weeks behind in every way? And it wasn't that I came back and didn't go back into it. I went right back into it. So it was a mystery. It was confusing. Now, my normal inclination is to try to add time in a forceful way to catch up with time. I gave it, I'm happy to say, maybe a couple seconds of thinking, should I work longer days? Should I work a day off? Should I do something like that? And I know because that's lack. And when we focus on lack, we get more lack. And abundance not only applies to money, as I've said, it applies to time. It applies to relationships. It applies to health. It applies to joy. It applies to happiness. So when you focus on a lack in some way in any of those areas, you are focusing on lack of abundance in those areas. And what you focus on expands. You get more of it. Money is a big one. When we focus on lack of money, wanting more money, wishing for more money, we get more of that. We stay where we are, and sometimes it gets worse. But it also, again, applies to when we're not seeing what we want in relationships, when we're not having enough fun, lack, when we're not having balance enough. For me, time has been something it's my number one project. It's my number one figure it out. It's my number one lack issue. I deal with not having enough of it. So I, again, tell you what, I was so happy and proud of myself when I went, no, this is not the way to handle this backup. And the universe was teaching me because it didn't make sense. So it was a universal lesson. It was a divine drop. We're going to take away to show you. So my reaction was, what would a tuned in spiritual teacher master do? They would just command more time. So I went right at it. I announced it. It's going to be a longer wait. I am asking and commanding more time. And the minute I did that, the same day, almost, definitely within what would be hours more than days, time caught up. All of a sudden, I had plenty of time. And I don't mean because things were taken away. I mean, you ever notice that when you love doing something, time goes fast or time goes slower? Time is an illusion. I suddenly had more hours in my day because I said, this is going to take more time. And then those hours in my day caught up the time. I caught that. I love that. And abundance thoughts and commands like that apply everywhere again. But especially, yes, they apply to money. If you focus on lack of money, you get more lack of money. When you complain about what others have that you don't have, it will continue. When you don't think there's enough hours in a day, there will never be enough hours in a day. When you notice, like today, that it's cold and windy here where I am, it's unseasonal weather. When you notice that and talk about it and complain about it, you'll get more to complain about. It's how it works. It's natural. It's energy. What you put outward in thoughts, beliefs, words, emotions especially, is what you get back. And I'm always looking. One of a wonderful person who channels Abraham, Esther Hicks, she looks to. I met her, as I probably have told you on these podcasts before. It was a great moment of my life. And when I met her, she was looking for why we were divinely brought together. And I just saw yesterday an interview with her where she was talking about how she does the same thing, that she does this, that she's always looking for the universe working on her behalf. I'm paraphrasing. I do the same thing. I'm always looking for the feedback the universe is giving me. When people are being wonderfully generous with me, I know I'm in the abundant flow. When I was on my little spring break, there was a person who wasn't generous. And I didn't get upset with them. I looked within to say, what am I doing? What am I feeling within? What am I putting out that they're matching my vibration? You see how it's an inside job? Yep, that's what I did. And so I went as much as I could to fixing it. So I did it a little bit. I didn't do it as much as I normally would be able to. And so how do you fix it? Through emitting kindness, appreciation, gratitude, happiness, joy, good feelings overall, generosity. And it caught up at the end where I came back from my spring break with more money than I left with. And really feeling in that generous flow, in that abundant flow. But time missing. It was in one area, but not the another area. And we want to, as much as we can, have it all around. So I also saw it, by the way, in my relationship area. Not time, but I had an aha this week, where ahas are, it plops in, you get the knowing out of nowhere, the lesson out of nowhere, the inspiration out of nowhere, and that's divine. It was just this wisdom of, it's a time to upgrade your relationships, and yet you're blocking. Stop blocking. It's how it is. It's for the better. Let it go. Let people go. Just, go with the flow. Better and better and better is coming. It showed itself as better before. And now you're in a way. Meaning that better relationships came into me, and now I'm in the way of even more better relationships coming into me. And so I got out of my own way. Let it go, like Frozen. And I work on myself, as I said, probably in this podcast, all the time. I'm always inside. But it's not obsession. It's just, I'm just a great student who's trying to be a good teacher. And so what I learn, I pass on. And last week, if you were listening, and if you didn't, if you're new, please listen to last week. I gave a wonderful exercise about centering it in your heart. And when I center on my heart, I get into divine matrix, divine energy, heaven, source, and I feel abundant, I feel light, I feel wealth. And so I do that at least once or twice a day. If I'm alone, I start my day with it. It's so good. It's good for the heart as an organ, and it's good for your life, and it's free. It's really free. I mean, it requires nothing. And I also got an exercise I'll be passing on in a video. Yes, that's true, by the way. Because I always say I'm going to do videos and you haven't seen them yet. I'm overdue. But about how to connect in other ways through the heart. And so it is so important, because the heart really is the number one control item of everything. You breathe in gratitude, abundance, blessings, love, forgiveness. You breathe out resentments, guilt, unforgiveness, anxiety, worry, stress, whatever you want to get out. And you do it until you feel light, till you feel it's gone. And it comes back, because we're living in this very three-dimensional world of all different personalities and people's emotional stories and memories and that type of thing. And so when it comes back, you do the exercise again by putting your open palms on your lower heart area, your sternum area, and holding it there and centering. You also can put fingers over your heart too. You don't have to use the open palms. I prefer the open palms because I feel it centers me. But even just your mind directing attention to your heart gets the job done. And then I send out love. Once I feel this light and abundance and prosperity and all, I then will send out love to all those around me. Sometimes it's personal relationships. Sometimes it's just my state or the country or the world as a whole. I just start sending it in all directions like missiles, little missile rockets. And I know that makes a difference because the heart is that powerful. And then I don't do it for this, but I know at the same time that what you put out, you get back. So it's like a win-win. All right? again, it's something you can do in front of people. You can do it privately. I prefer to do it privately because I'm just one just doesn't like to draw attention to myself. I just like to be doing my own inner work quietly, without, when you do things for attention, it's disingenuous a lot of the time, right? That's why the Bible says don't pray in public or for the sake of others seeing you. It's all for show, really. It's all for show. And when it's all for show, you do not get back. You don't get back the energy you want. And so, what in your life would you like to be more abundant? And if you said money first, that's fine. It's usually is the most tied to, the most associated with abundance and prosperity. But remember, it also could be health, time, relationships, having more or better. If I didn't say it again, joy. Joy is so important. And it could apply as it does to me with physical time. Would you like more physical time? So focus yourself on you do have the abundance of time. Everything that needs to get done today will get done today. And watch your habits, because we're inner programmed. Do you do things that take away from what you're trying to do? And try the best you can to change it for the better. Baby steps are fine. Really, baby steps are fine. And what I also found when I was focusing on abundance, especially when I'm doing my heart-centered exercises, is I got inspirations. Because I'm tied into source, where all inspirations are, all creativity is, where abundance is. So I got an idea for an online course. I got an aha of how to handle this. Time caught up. Inspirations came. Everything righted itself. I love those aha moments, as I call them. And I got them this week, as I've said, in several different ways. But when you go, just be sure to never respond from a place of lack. As I said before, my programmed response was to try and add physical time, even though I knew it wouldn't prosper me. And then it was a blip where I said, no, that's the opposite of what you want to do. We think that if we get a second, not to say there's anything wrong with getting a second job, if you're doing it from a place of joy, from a place of excitement, smiles, but some get a second job because of lack. This is the only way I can do it. I have to tire myself out. I have to combine 2 or more incomes in order to make ends meet in some way. You don't have to do that first. If you're inspired to do that after you feel abundant, then that's the way to go. But first, work on those feelings of abundance within. And you have to feel it. You'll know it's real if you feel you have it, and you're surprised you don't see it. It's like, I don't get it. Why do I know that this is real, but it's not reflected yet? It's about when you know it's real with every core of your being, you'll see it. If physically is next, right? Neville Goddard called it the law of assumption. You have to assume it's yours, feel it's yours, know it's yours. It's done. You're thanking for it. It's it's just you. It's who you are. And then it physically appears, and it often does in the most miraculous way. You can't shortcut it. You can't pray for it outside yourself. There has to be something inside that shifts to it, that readies you, that aligns you with it. Now, today is a day that I have a project to work on for myself, and I'm already light and airy about it. I have plenty of time. I can do so rested. There's no need for stress. All is going to work out in my favor. Watch, I'll probably be done early. Because I'm going into it with the right inner feelings. Notice your thoughts. Watch your words. And work on your feelings. So important. And then when you do that, when you're focusing on abundance in every area of your life, you will see multiplication. You will see it. I'll also say this. You can't look for it. Because I've done that. I just did that actually last night. I looked for something. And evidence of it. A physical evidence. And no, I didn't get it. Because I looked for it. What you looked for, where you look for, you're saying it's not there. And what is not there will stay missing. Hope. But meaning hope in a positive way. Not hope in a you're looking outward for a way. Or hoping for it to happen outside of you. It's more about faith. It's that trust. It's the knowing. It's done. It's complete. It's set. And being grateful for it. And not looking for it, just knowing it's there. And you have it. Then you have it. Now, if you get fear about that, let's say it's about a relationship. Oh my gosh, it's there. Oh, am I ready? It's going to stay back. Probably. Depends on how you're feeling inside, but most of the time it's going to stay back because fear blocks. It also, you got to watch that you don't get what you fear, depending on how strong your emotions are. You get who you are, not what you pray for, or not what you say you're ready for. You get who you are. So watch your fears too. Watch your insecurities. Watch any anxieties about what you know you have. Because that's a block. Okay? Do you not feel you're worthy? Are you afraid you're not worthy? Even if you logically know you are. These are subtle, but they're blocks. But don't be overly watching. Don't be paranoid about it. Just notice it. What little feelings do I have? They're indicators, and then go to work at them with affirmations. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am worth it enough. It is all right to allow abundance. I am allowing abundance in every way. With the relationships in my life, I've had to work on them having to show me that I'm worthy, that I'm lovable. They don't have to show me. I show me, and they respond. But that comes from the past, and that little moment when little Lisa went through something and heard something. And so again, it can be a whisper. But whatever is there, or it could be, I just heard this, so it applies to at least one of you. Maybe your religion taught you that. Don't ask for too much. The meek will inherit the earth. You're a sinner. You're small. You're unworthy. Hope you get to go to heaven. Embedded at the core, almost like I'm not going to use in a word that I want to use because I just don't want to, but it's a toxic programming. It's unhealthy. Watch that. It's not based in truth. Throw it out. You are worthy of whatever you desire. It's up to you to know it. So again, focus on I have it abundantly. And then you will have it abundantly. I already have it. It is mine. It is real. It is my reality now. And walk around like it, talk like it, think like it, feel like it. That's how you become a magnet to all abundance. It's the only way. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to this podcast, please like, subscribe, and share if you're on YouTube. And also follow me on my other platforms, such as Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp, and find me on my business page, Facebook, Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium, because I'll tell you about all upcoming offerings, new offerings, upcoming events, all of that. Thank you again. If you're listening here on this date, have a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next time.